Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at Bitcoin Exchange. This is Jay, and I wanted to put a video out. The family's gone. I had a few more minutes spare time here, so I thought I'd answer a couple of questions about what China is doing with Bitcoin. Now, this currently is Thursday, September 14th, 9:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Bitcoin has dropped dramatically in the last 7 days. Actually, over $1,200 in the last 7 days, fluctuating right now around $3,425 or so. And a lot of it is due to what China is involved in the changes that they're making in their nation. China, if you haven't been following the news and what's going on, but you've been panicking over the fall of the price of the Bitcoin value, first of all, let me quote Warren Buffett by saying that you buy when people are in panic mode and you sell when they're all happy and glib and buying. So right now, people are panicking. It's a good time to buy Bitcoin because it's only going to rise. Trust me when I tell you that at some point, probably before the end of this year, it's going to break through the $5,000 range, maybe even before the end of October, once they level out and everyone stops and thinks about what's going on. China, here's my take on this, folks. China is the largest nation on the planet at 1.4 billion people. Now, these people are not free, as we know it in the free world. They're a part of a communist nation. Therefore, China's government has tremendous restrictions, tremendous control over everything going on in that nation. And you have Bitcoin, which is involved in basically every nation on the planet. And China sees this opportunity, and they're going to start making changes. Now, this has been forecasted for several months now, and we'll get to that in a second. But what you have here is China is saying that, well, inside our nation, there are people that are starting up companies, and these startup companies are funding themselves by using crowdfunding techniques and Bitcoin, and they're using tokens and ICOs to launch companies that don't exist, and they're stealing the people's hard-earned money, and we're going to put an end to it. You know, this corruption's got to stop. Well, good luck, China, because corruption is in every government. It's in every country, and it's been there for thousands of years. This is not a Bitcoin issue. This is a control issue. And I'm going to show you what I believe is going on behind the scenes. And I'm not going to make this a long video, but I'm going to tell you, first of all, don't panic. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Hold on to it. This thing's going to level out because, see, China is 1.4 billion, the largest on the planet as far as nation goes. But India is the second largest nation at 1.2 billion people, and India is very benevolent towards Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, whereas China is all about control. So don't worry about what's going on when you have 21 million Bitcoin and you've got 1.2 billion people in India wanting to get involved with it. The price of Bitcoin is going to remain strong, and the value of that coin is only going to go up. So let's get to the bottom of what's going on here. Are you ready for this? This is interesting to me. Here you go. Here's the true story. China is developing its own digital currency. Now, this came out in February of this year. China is developing its own digital currency. Here's another one right here. National cryptocurrency news. China tests national cryptocurrency. You see that? China is not going to do away with cryptocurrency. China is going to have their own cryptocurrency. Here's a video. Listen to this real quick. It's a 45-second blurb. Listen to this.
China is developing a national cryptocurrency. The People's Bank of China, in cooperation with private and public organizations, developed the national cryptocurrency China Coin. The main difference from other cryptocurrencies is a full control by the government of the country. The currency was created to improve the relationship in the fintech industry, control the flow of funds between banks, and the hindrance of illegal transactions. China is not the only country that intends to develop own digital currency. Such intentions were reported by the Bank of England and the Bank of Canada.
Okay, so there you have it. China and other countries is going to answer the cryptocurrency surge by saying we're going to create our own crypto digital currency. They're going to use the blockchain Ethereum and things along those lines that Bitcoin and others have brought out into the public and into the world. And that's fine. If I was the emperor of China, or what, I would probably do the same thing because of the intrinsic value of the coin being under the control of the government. Now, how does that play out? You're still going to have a fiat coin now instead of a paper fiat money. You're going to have a fiat coin. And in this video, London, England is looking to do the same thing. Canada is going to look to do the same thing. And trust me when I tell you, the United States of America will create their own coins. And then you'll have what I'm going to say, a fiat coin. And now, that doesn't change the problem or answer the issues of switching from one fiat currency to another, to another, to another, where Bitcoin does away with all of that. But it does give them a cryptocurrency coin that can be worked upon. It will not be an open ledger, I can promise you that, but it will be something very similar, and it's going to be the currency of their nation. But it's not going to do away with the Bitcoin, and it may very well complement it over time, where you can exchange into the Bitcoin, into the world coin. And it may not be Bitcoin in 20 years, maybe something else, but nonetheless, they're going to have a way of doing this to where we can exchange funds across the world and do it without having to have to exchange it from different currencies to currency to currency. If you understand what I'm saying in all this. So bottom line is, I could take a look at this and kind of forecast in my own way of thinking the possibilities of where this could go. This could possibly be the future of every nation having their own crypto coin, their own fiat coin, if you would, and then they're going to have trading going on in the stock markets and all of that along those things. That very well may happen. Then again, this may be the final dying kick of world economy fiat currencies, as the cryptocurrencies puts the power of the trade back into the hands of the people. Time will tell on all of this, but I got to tell you, the Bitcoin is under attack by China is not what it appears to be. This is not going to stop Bitcoin at all. It would shut down major stock markets, but Bitcoin is not based off of that. Bitcoin is simply a product that is moved by supply and demand. There's 21 million Bitcoins. There's 16 million in circulation. The people are wanting to get it, and as somebody has 10 Bitcoins and they want to sell it, when they're in panic mode, they may say, and I'm going to sell it for $3,500 a coin. And somebody says, okay, well, I'm going to buy it. Well, this other guy's got 20 coins. He says, well, this guy just sold his for $3,500. I really want to get mine sold. I'm going to sell mine for $3,450. And someone comes and says, I'm going to buy it for $3,450. Then somebody else comes in and says, you know what, I've got 50 coins, but I'm not letting it go at $3,450, $3,500. I'm going to put it at $3,600. And so the Bitcoin price goes to $3,600. This is just the nature of supply and demand. And when the world realizes what Bitcoin is, the demand is going to escalate exponentially, and the price of that coin is going to continue to rise. So do not panic over this. What you're seeing here is the beginning of the nation starting to respond to a threat to their own sovereign control of finance, because they're starting to realize that the people can pull all their money out of their banking systems, put it onto their phone, and then there's no taxes. There's all this logistics going to fall into place that's going to threaten the sovereignty of the cash flow of their nation. And so I think that's what's going on with this. I would say to you, don't panic, ride the storm out. We're going to have a good time here in the fall quarter of 2017, heading into a great year of 2018. So do me a favor, stay the course, don't panic. Let's just give it a few days to see where this all goes. By the end of the month, maybe into middle of October, it's all going to line back out, and Bitcoin's going to really come back and surprise everyone. And so will every other cryptocurrency that's taking the hit right now. So again, thanks for watching this. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the future.